Hello everybody, welcome to another modern stream. He's done it again. Apriolo, who is the #1 reclaimer amulet lover right now, actually took down a second modern challenge, back-to-back weekends, with a very similar list. The main deck looks exactly the same as what we talked about last week. The sideboard did see a couple of changes. We're not playing the Mind Sensor anymore. We're playing 3 copies of Tireless Tracker and more Arboreal Gracers in the sideboard. The idea obviously is there's a lot of prowess right now, so third copy of Gracer makes sideboarding very clean, and it allows you to have a little bit of a stop for them, right? Something that slows them down while at the same time developing your own game plan. Really excited to give this a shot. I did not play this one last week because, well, the whole learn amulet thing was pretty new and exciting, even though it ended up being mostly rather disappointing. Hey Apriolo, yeah, congratulations on the win. And this is the real prize here. This is the list that I really wanted to play last week, and I just didn't have the time to. So thank you for winning another one, Apriolos, and I have a great excuse to be trying this out. I like the mana base a lot. As always, you know, the hardest thing to figure out about this list is specifically the mana. I think that we talked about this the last time that I played Reclaimer Amulet. I think that you just have to bite the bullet and you just have to register 3 Flagstones, 3 Temple Gardens. I know that it's a very small package, a very small engine, so I am expecting that it won't be. I am expecting that it won't be. I will find myself in spots where maybe I won't have a Flagstones, or maybe I won't have something to fetch with Flagstones if I get it a little bit unlucky and I draw a couple of my Temple Gardens. But I just don't think that we can realistically do much more than that. The other approach would be to just cut the Boros Garrison Sun Home Slayer Stronghold package, which is what I tried in this list. So if you look at this list, I'm just running 1 Battlements and that's it. So this allows me to play 1 more fetch land, potentially allow me to play maybe 1 more Temple Garden if I wanted to, or at least it gives me more flexibility. But if you do want to be playing the Stronghold package, which I do think that it's important. I do think that the Stronghold package is quite important. Because you need your Titans to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting, right? Like you do need your Titans to be doing a lot of the winning part of the strategy. So in that case, the Boros Garrison Slayer Stronghold package really does a lot in carrying your Titans through the finish land. Yeah, I like the fact that we have a couple of extra Let Amber Skull. I don't know how I feel about the no explores. I guess that is the thing that has me the most intrigued, really, because not having explorers is kind of scary. I have to be honest. The fact that we only have like 4 reclaimers that are probably going to die on sight very often, but like we have 1 Gracer and just 7 ramp spells total, really. Has me a little bit worried, but I really want to take it for a spin and see how everything works out, and then we can draw our conclusions afterwards. If you enjoyed the content, of course, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you for round number 1. All right, welcome to round number 1. Hell yeah, we're keeping this hand. A little bit awkward. Little bit awkward that we have the Eldrazi Skull, but we don't have anything else. But if we're playing against something that can't interact with us, turn 1 Sacred Foundry tapped, Mishra's Bubble, go. Is that just a bad burn hand? Or am I about to get blown out somehow by something? Sad I missed the Carnival live stream. That was my first ever top 8 at a PTQ. Reclaimer is the greatest, so I'm happy. Yeah. I mean, it is in the YouTube. if you want to check it out, Vampire Diaries. Oh, is this like the brought back deck? Because that would be hilarious. This may be the brought back deck that Spike was brewing. Opponent just packs it in. Is it the brought back deck? Like, it has to be the brought back deck. Bog seems hilarious against them. They play like Monastery Mentor and stuff. Am I doing the mana traders? If I remember, maybe. I always, like, last time I was 6-1, and then the the qualification period just ended. I really need to organize myself in regards to that specific event, because like I always get it mixed up, or I just mess it up somehow. But yeah, for those of you that are wondering, Mana Traders does a tournament series every month, and every month is a different format, and this month is Modern. It's a free event, so if you are into free events, certainly something that you can look into. You don't even need to be a member of Mana Traders. You don't need to have a subscription, but you get a lot more prizes if you are subscribed to Mana Traders. Went 4-1 into 4-4 that this weekend. Brutal. They cracked the bubble. So I guess they don't have it brought back. Well, that's not a winning line, opponent. If that's your plan, I'm sorry, but I don't think things are going to be working out too well for you. Cleansing Wildfire is not good against Amulet. Sure. So I'm gonna bog them right now. I really need to find the Titan. Hey Talia, how's it going? On thin ice. See you for round number 2. Welcome to another round. This is round number 2. I think I keep this hand. It is certainly awkward. It is certainly awkward, but I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna go turn 1 Flagstones into Amulet. And then at that point we are Dryad would be insane. Bounce land would be very good. And we even have a pack to speed things up by a turn. If I find a bounce land. Yeah, sure. I see a lot of Legacy D&T in your future. I just like to see myself on the big screen. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Unfortunately, I had to cut Thalia from my Reclaimer lists. I do like me some Thalia. But Spirit of the Labyrinth is just too great. Turn 1 Vial. I was so deeply hurt. I'm sorry. We need forced. We could get forced here. So we have to be playing against... Is this the Folk? This could be blue-white Merfolk. Well, I don't think it's gonna be spirits with Loros, right? Because all of the good spirits are 3 CMC. So I imagine that it has to be Merfolk. That's the answer. That folk. That folk. Meddling mage, you know. Lol. So I guess if we untap with Reclaimer, we just 2 mana, 3 mana, 2 mana, activate, bounce land, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we win. Unless they have Dismember. If they have Dismember, they mess me up. They're about to be in a world of hurt, though. A world of hurt. I need to watch The Big Lebowski again. I haven't watched that movie in so long. What do you got for me, opponent? They should be still the Gill. Should I imagine this was gonna play now? Yeah. What are my thoughts on Society and Amulet? It seems very good. I'm gonna be testing that card a lot for sure. Huh, they had Trickster and they chose to not use it. Stabs with a tier 1 sub, coming back for 20 months. Great, now this makes me feel old too. It was like I was just last week I subbed for the first time. It was last week. Wait, what? This actually nets me mana. Sweet. Keep that. Suck this. Temple Garden. Growth Chamber. Actually, I should have floated mana there. Bounce here. No, I should have floated mana. No, I don't think it's gonna matter. I think my opponent is rather dead regardless. When am I starting my only friend account? That's a good question. Only friends. Nothing but deck picks. Nothing but deck picks. Can be just me, you know, like this. Steady good. Steady good. Steady good picture. It's getting too hot in there. Wow, we're facing some early conceders over there. So I guess I'll see you for round number 3. Okay, after the easiest 2-0 of my entire existence, we're here for round number 3. Let's ship this one. Tron 1 Reclaimer. Unfair. Feels unfair, if I'm being honest. I think I'm sending the Valakut. It's rough. It's rough, but I think I'm sending the Valakut here. And then we can use the Reclaimer engine. Post about deck picks suddenly have 69 viewers. Coincidence? There's no such thing as a coincidence. Remember that blue-green Titan list you were playing a while ago? Would it play Counterspell, or is getting blue-blue too gross? I don't remember which deck you're talking about. Are you... Oh, are you talking about like the Timor Giants list? No, my opponent is on Eldrazi Tron. Yeah, Spike posted that he 5-0'd Elite with a new brew, and one of the things that it said was one of the matches that it was showing was Titantron, and I just laughed so hard that we tricked somebody. And then somebody saw the post and they tagged me in the Amulet Facebook group. It was great. Everything about that interaction was just awesome. Wait, but I need lands. I don't need more Titans. Opponent killing my Reclaimer got me. Can we please draw the 1 of Castle? Chalice for 0. Maybe we should have backed in response. Well, we have 2 prime times. It's probably fine. They probably don't attack. Never mind. So now any land gives me Titan mana and we win. I'm not blocking, so I'm gonna send. If they have second Smasher, that's, you know, that's very good for them, but we could get back to work. Have fun. Yeah, thank you, Steps. Have a good one. It's for all those times we asked for Titans and got a land instead. Feels bad, man. Let's see what they got here. Liquid Metal Coating, probably. So, any untap land wins the game. That counts. What is the name of the Amulet Facebook group? I think it's Amulet Titan MTG. I don't remember. It's not too hard to find. Not killing the board, punt. Yeah, I was lazy. Missed in some blowing up opponent's creatures value though. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it was a mistake. I guess I'm kind of into having access to Cavern of Souls. Because we have a Reclaimer. Usually I would cut Cavern of Souls in this matchup, but... But playing a Reclaimer through a Chalice seems very exciting. This list. Oh, yeah, but like, how are you gonna play this list without Uro? Uro was like the only reason this deck even existed in the first place. This is the list. Yeah, I remember a Canister was working on this or whatnot, but yeah, this without Uro, this deck just makes no sense. So you could just throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage. So without the bounce on, this hand can never win. No green swords, Sag. And ban Oko. God damn it. Let's not. We have no Force of Vigor. No, I just copied Apriolo's list. I mean, to an extent, it kind of makes sense, right? Like, we don't really have that many green sources. We don't have that many green cards. Right on time. Right on time. Then Summerbloom and Field of the Dead. The problem is that unbanning those cards is kind of a waste because we probably will have to ban them immediately, so... I'm gonna blow up that one. That one. That one right there. Really funny how, because of, for whatever reason, because of how my hand lined up, the Chalice on 1 was a lot more annoying than the Chalice on 0. It is usually the other way around. Expedition map? Oh no! Sousa. Land. They have Dismember. Okay. But that's fine because that means that they don't get to crack Expedition map. Now the question, I mean, it's kind of a question, but not really. Like, I'm just gonna play Reclaimer here. It sucks because I didn't use my mana effectively, but it's fine. Also, they Warping Will the Essus instead of the Reclaimer, which is good for me. What's up, Andrea? How's it going, man? AmuLIT indeed. Wow. Opponent confirmed Luxac. 6 mana. Endbringer. Are these decks playing Endbringer again? Why? Why are they playing Endbringer again? Doing great, man. Basilisk Collar. Alright, so I guess we got a math. Dryad. 1, 2, 3. That uses my mana. Play my first land. We sacrifice Flagstones with that mana. We get Temple Garden plus Bounce Land. That is 3 mana. Then second Bounce Land, that's not enough. So I can't dry it right now. If I sacrifice Flagstones, then I can't actually Titan though. So I guess that we cannot Dryad, but we can Titan. And the best way to Titan, I guess, is with Crumbling Vestige. I guess it's better to do it with Castle, huh? So Temple Garden tapped. Now we get Castle Garenbrig. Float green, play Sanctuary. 6 mana. Garrison Stronghold. Haste here. Zing! Zing! Oh, I guess I should have attacked Karn here. Yeah, I guess I should have attacked Karn. Never mind. No, that was actually a punt, because now they can have Ballista, right? Ballista is problematic. I guess they had the Ballista anyway. Never mind. I guess I couldn't have stopped the Ballista nonsense. Okay, we don't have an answer to the Basilisk Collar. And I guess we don't have an answer to the Ballista either, so we may just be dead here. Yeah, I think we're dead. Because we already used the Rex Age and we don't have anything else. Even if I draw a Dryad, it doesn't do anything. They let me untap with Reclaimer. They let me untap with Reclaimer. So we're gonna get Flagstones and Valakut. And we're gonna haste the Tireless Tracker. And I guess Reclaimer can also get in there. But we don't get to blow up their Tron, which is annoying. They may even let their Karn go here. And just win with the Ballista. If they block here, they can't ping here, and if they block here, it does, so. The attack with the Reclaimer was basically free. So they get to put 1 counter, 2 counters, 3 counters. That's a lot of Ballista counters. Oh, I think we're just dead to the color. Well, but then I can't haste, and then my opponent just kills my Primeval Titan, right? So getting Ghost Quarter is just bad from a different standpoint, you know? It's just awkward. Got him. So now they can put only a single counter. What did they do? Oh, they killed 1 clue. Okay. We need some gas here. If we draw a Pact, no, Pact doesn't do anything, but like Reclaimer Dryad wins here, which is nice. It's a bad draw. So here we get to either, I guess we don't even trade with the Thought Knot, they are just chomping. Or we trade with the Karn, or we trade with the Ballista. Like we can force some sort of trade here. Chalice is brutal. I think I'm gonna go for a Ghost Quarter. And I guess we blow up the Seagate Wreckage. I could blow up one of their Tron lands, but you know, if they're drawing 2 cards a turn, eventually they're gonna get Tron back together again. So. Never mind. When I said earlier that the Chalice on 0 was better, it was worse than the Chalice on 1, I was obviously wrong. Like, it always just comes back to Chalice on 0 being huge. It just always does. But yeah, we're definitely getting completely hosed by the fact that we only have access to 1 Reclamation Sage and we're not playing Force. Can't really beat this Walking Ballista, I don't think. Ballista plus Colors got us. This is the cost of playing the Mystic Repeals, right? If we were not playing these Mystic Repeals, we would be playing forces or some number of forces. So, the idea for the Cavern of Soul is cute and everything, but I just think that probably can't afford to. I like this hand. I like this hand a fair bit. So any bounce land will give us Titan mana. And just like hitting land drops is great. This is definitely tuned for the challenge meta. Yeah, for sure. But I'm just, you know, I copied and pasted for the first league. And then even for a challenge meta game, like you're gonna be facing stuff that it's not Heliod in the challenge. So having access to force it's such a big deal in certain matchups. Turn 2 Thought Knot. Must be nice. Must be very, very nice. Flagstones works as well, right? What do you mean? Take Asusa. That is very, very scary because it means that they have another Thought Knot. And another Thought Knot is going to be really tough to beat. For single top deck, I would have given Titan Mana. Oh, yeah. Flagstones ramps with Amulet in play. Smasher. Well, now that we have this, we can gain 2. If they have another Smasher, we're in trouble. But if they don't, we get to Titan. I just have Thought Knot. No, another Smasher. It's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I'm already drawing some conclusions. Okay, we're gonna go to the next round. Okay, playing against Vatutina. Round number 4. Okay, I like this hand. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna bottom Bog. We have white mana, so we can just go get fetch a basic forest to save some damage. I think Vatutina top 8'd one of the challenges with Prowess, so I'm assuming that's what he's gonna be playing. There is an argument for getting, yeah, UR Prowess. Oh, that's sweet. So play that first. Bounce Forest. Susa. Play this, play that. I think I want to have more lands in play, so I'm just gonna bounce the basic. So now green bounce land, and we get to Titan Crumbling Vestige, and we get to Titan Vesuva, and we get to Titan. What else? What else? What else? What else? Castle doesn't do it. 2 cards on top of their library. Scary. Scary. Sprite Dragoon. Day total. Ugh. 1 turn too late. That sucks. So if they have Vapor Snag, I'm just dead, right? So I don't want to play around Vapor Snag. Yeah, we're totally getting snagged, but like I don't think that getting a Radiant Fountain here is gonna make things, is gonna make matters much better for us, you know? And at least I guess I'm saving one point of damage by doing this now. Oh, no Snaggerino, huh? Well, we just had a shot here. We're at 17. Like we can definitely die from here. So I guess they like their top card so much that they'd rather like in tap. Oh, that's really scary. Came up against the 4-color Shift Mirror last night. Opponent was running Growth Spirals and Life from the Loam. That was pretty spicy combo. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. Well, I'm blocking that Swift Spear. So Labrador doesn't kill this, but like any 2 burn spells kill me. But if my opponent has any 2 burn spells, they go face. That's 3, 6. Yeah, so I have to block the Swift Spear. I just have to block the Swift Spear because otherwise the Swift Spear just kills me. I may just be dead anyways. Not dead. Down 5. 0 cards in hand for opponent. They're down to 8. 3 mana to transmute. Do we just have lethal here because we can haste the Reclaimer? Wait a second. So 3 mana to transmute. Play the bounce land. Bounce here, transmute. We pay 1, 2, 3 for Dryad. Then we play 1 for Reclaimer. Haste Reclaimer. Play this, copy Valak. Yeah, this is lethal. That's awesome. ¿Qué haces, Axelín? ¿Todo tranqui? So, transmute. Summoner's Pact. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. 1, 2, 3. Dryad. Green. Reclaimer. Valakut. Face. Face. Yes. And yes. White floating. Red. Haste Reclaimer. Activate. I guess that we could have just hasted the Dryad, but this is sweeter, right? Me asustó esa voz en español, no la esperaba. Sí, 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 por supuesto. Alright, so we bring this in. Cut these. Path. Bog out. And go Squatter out. I think this is how I would sideboard in this matchup. Is this how you've been sideboarding, Apriolo? I give in 2 Reclaimers and board out the calls. Nah, I don't think I like that. Like, call is obviously pretty bad, but Reclaimer is... Ugh. Maybe the calls are better on the play. I can see the calls being better on the play and the Reclaimers being better on the draw. Am I playing this this Most Mana Trader? I think I may, if I remember. I have to figure out when this month's event is. Yeah, sounds great. Keep it. So the league runs until the 29th, so I'm assuming that weekend, I'm working that weekend, so I'm not gonna be able to play in it. Working on the weekend. Yeah, got a gig in San Diego next weekend. So what would be a good draw? Crumbling Vestige? Yeah, have to hold on to the bounce land, unfortunately. So I have a shot at casting Prime Time next turn. I'm not gonna block here though. Doesn't it feel good to be back doing gigs? Yeah. Yeah, it really does. It really, really does. They let me have gigs during COVID. I wasn't even allowed to attend my grandfather's funeral. You weren't? That's brutal. Well, I mean, the gigs disappeared for like an entire year. And now we're back on them. So it's not like we're just, you know, we've been gigging all this time. I'm seriously considering pacting for a Royal Gracer here. But I don't think I can do it. I do get to block the Soul Scar this turn, which is not great, because if this Dryad dies, the likelihood of me winning, it just goes down significantly, but... So if they have mutagenic growth, we die. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess I die anyway, so it's just whatever. Now they have the mutagenic growth because they've never ever not had the mutagenic growth, so no UR Prowess player has ever not had the mutagenic growth. You're not giggly MTG, you have not been giggling all this time. Wow. Wow. When you go to a concert again. Yeah, it's been long, man. It's been way too long. It's been way too long. Really happy to start to see a little bit more sort of a comeback to normalcy. If I go Amulet on 1, I can Dryad plus Reclaimer on 2. If I go Reclaimer on 1, my opponent is probably going to be forced to kill that Reclaimer. Okay. Ooh, I guess I should have shocked. No, that doesn't make any sense. Complete the drums for real and use the soundboard. Yeah, playing the drums here would be mildly uncomfortable. That's a good draw. Whoops. Your go. Would you ever do a gig for the stream? I don't even know what that would be like, or that would look like, or that would sound like. Don't make double red mana. Blue red. Another Swift Spear. Well, I'm not blocking this. Yeah, take it. IRL streaming. No such thing. No such thing. You're trying to deceive me. Y'all are trying to deceive me. Ding, ding, ding. 3 and 1. See you for the last round. And here we go for the last round of this league. Not this hand. Maybe if I don't look at it and I close my eyes and then I open them again, a bounce land will magically appear. It didn't. Damn it. Scammed. Yo, we're gonna go to 5. Solid hand. Bottom the call, bottom this Sunhome. Yeah. Is there a command of what do I think about the spoilers? Not really. No, I didn't make one. I can give you the short version. I think Ursa Saga is going to be great. I think Counterspell is going to be a mistake. That's the short version. Neutron player told me how boring Amulet was. Every time just Amulet Dryad Titan so boring. And yes, they spelled boring wrong. Nice. Maybe they were talking about something that was like a boar, like a pig, you know? But yeah, And here we see like how much better this is than the other card that we were just talking about a second ago, because now I can just call for I can call for Elvish Reclaimer here. So I guess we can play around Mana Leak here though. So I'm gonna call on the end step. I'm gonna call for Elvish Reclaimer. So my opponent is just playing Uwu control. Straight up. If I deal them 8 right now... Alright, I don't even need to figure it out. But like I was planning on dealing them 8 right now. They go down to 7. And then I can get a fetch land. So my idea is to play the Dryad and they kill them in response to them attempting to kill the Dryad. That was gonna be the plan. So I was gonna play the Reclaimer now, and then I was gonna force my opponent to answer the Titan and the Reclaimer, because if they don't answer both of them, they lose. And then next turn we can Dryad, and if we have a fetch land in play, we can kill them in response to them finding attempting to answer the Dryad. Bounce land Vesua, play Dryad. Well, I mean, I couldn't haste the Titan if I do that, right? Because I had already used my land drop. Oh, you mean of the Titan attack? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So we copy the yeah. You're 100% right. Opponent's probably gonna have Ashiok. I think I want to cut 2 lanes. Scott coming back with the tier 1 sub. Thank you for the 8 months, Scott. Alright, you mad scientist. I bought in to reclaim your amulet from Amulet to start back up soon, so now I'm here to learn just for the good looks and punts. Oh wow. You're too kind. You're too kind. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Welcome back. I'm just gonna cut Ghost Squadron. I really doubt that they're playing Colonnade, but maybe they are. This version of Amulet seems ridiculously good against control though. This version sounds really good against control. Remember when I said that maybe my opponent does not have colonnades? Joke's on me, I guess. And full art, no less. It's a really bad draw. That's such a bad draw. Hella bad draw. Card on the bottom. I mean, as long as control players continue building their decks with this kind of mana base, I think that counterspell is going to be fine. But if control decks get smart and they just play, you know, a bunch of islands instead. No Gastarino. No Gastarino. Sure. Guess I'm just going to play around them having removal. I could have played the Amulet first and then play the land, but if my opponent like paths the Reclaimer response because they didn't do it for whatever reason, like it's just not worth the two life to get a little bit tricky there. It's just not worth it. So, but calling it for a good old fashioned, the blue land that's Christ, castle, whatever. Counterspell me if I slam Reclaimer turn 1 on the play. I mean, you can't do it if I slam in turn 1 on the draw either, which is what happened here. I honestly I had forgotten about this feeling of just like, you know, playing Reclaimer on turn 1 and then just like just sitting there, you know, getting comfortable as I just keep going, just keep getting further and further ahead, just chilling. You successfully mana leaked my Amulet, opponent. Good job. Such a good feeling, right? I mean, it is amazing. It was one of the main reasons that Green White Reclaimer was so good while it existed, because all of the Uro nonsense piles, you would just go turn 1 Reclaimer and then you just sit there and they can't really do anything. It was great. That. Can I join Wizards and make card names? Castle whatever is a card I need in my collection. Sounds like a good card name, not gonna lie. Blue white does need some way to deal with lands though, so maybe people would just play blue red. That deck has an easy time getting blue blue. Yeah, that's possible. I will cast Free Stone Rain. Does Free Stone Rain resolve? What do I want to get here? Guess I want to get Cavern. Name Dryad for now. Free Stone Rain resolves. Here we go. I guess I don't want F6. Gonna steal Illidan's Call. I'm playing the tracker just because I have exactly enough mana to cycle. And if my opponent wants to path me here, that's great. But I just have exactly enough mana to crack the clue, which is very nice. And now we get to replay the cavern, naming prime time. I think it's fair to say that my Elvish Reclaimer is better than my opponent's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here begins the Titan Parade. Path me? Oh no! Tracker. Here's a land. Here's a clue. 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's a big boy. Here are some more lands that you have no hope to ever be able to beat. Yeah, my point is bold. Playing blue-white in this day and age. Yeah. The problem is, like, my opponent's going through motions, but those motions don't really equal to anything. Using the power of my TCG Link, I now have a playset of Cavern of Souls, a great card to use for the upcoming control metagame. Use for instance, you play a Link. Wow. Good. The Titan Apocalypse on your local cinema, exactly. Goddamn, LGS has been playing blue-white for years. Last week it finally broke down and made it Esper. Yeah, I mean, it's really tough for blue-white to keep up, unfortunately. I mean, we just saw what Path to Exile has been doing this game, right? It's just bad. Maybe just like very much maybe. big emphasis on maybe Counterspell brings it back, but I honestly, I really doubt it. Because the reasons why blue-white is losing is precisely because of okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna play fetch land first, then I'm gonna play Dryad. Oh no, I have no more fetchables. Oh no, there's one Temple Guard. Sweet, yeah. So we're gonna play fetch land first, then I'm gonna play Dryad, and if my opponent attempts to path the Dryad, then we can at least get some Valakut triggers in response. Kill that, kill that. Feel free to use your mana to grow your Reclaimer to a 3/4. They don't know that I have Infinite Titan, so. I had the best game against Blue White where I conned for Ballista, which they passed, and I got it again and killed them with it. Yeah, that's funny. There's time when you would be U instead of banned with BTL. I mean, it's. I don't know. That's super cute what my opponent did there. Although I guess to be fair, they don't know that I have a Titan, so maybe they are just making a play for if I don't have a Primeval Titan, but we obviously know that I do, so my opponent's just dead right now. Let's do Radiant Fountain and Butcher the Bog. Sweet. 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, not bad. Okay, so we talked about some changes. I do not like the third copy of Tireless Tracker. I think 2 is great. The third copy seems like too much. And I'm going to do the same thing with Repeal because I want to have access to Force. And now the copy of Tireless Tracker can be another engineered explosives, which seems interesting against Prowess. Mois. A ver si lo tengo a Mois. Acá. I think I want another explosives. Oh, the Ghost Quarter, you're right. So we cut the Ghost Quarter, we add the second Radiant Fountain. There we go. In fact, even the tracker, I would have considered playing the Ramen up in this list. And I think the first copy of Ramen up would be better than the third copy of Tracker. Even in the matchups where you want Tracker. I motion to remove GQ for all decks because card bad. No. No. Definitely not. GQ is very good for us. It's actively very, very good in our deck. But the first copy is significantly better than the second one. And using a second copy, using one very precious cyber slot to play, you know, a card that really don't. The reason I like the second GQ, by the way, is against mono green. Tron, you can use an early reclaimer. Set yourself back and then have one for your Titan later. Yeah, but like the issue that I have with that plan is that unless you have an Amulet already going alongside your reclaimer, that just doesn't work. And you have the Flagstone. So you need to, like, if you're just gonna be activating reclaimer to go get a Ghost Quarter, and you don't have a Flagstones already going, you're gonna lose that game. They're gonna assemble Tron before you can Ghost Quarter them again. It's just how it works. No, I think you'll follow. If you want to play Tech, yeah, I think that the first copy of Tech Edge is better than the second copy of Ghost Quarter in the vast majority of situations. But it's rough though. And I just don't think it does enough. Like, it's fine against mono green, but mono green is already a pretty solid matchup for us. So, and it just doesn't really do anything against the Escape Shift deck. It just doesn't really do anything really against Eldrazi Tron. So 3 Gracer is also not super necessary. I do like that a lot better though, because usually in the matchups where we want Gracer, we don't want Reclaimer. Magus you don't meet every day. That's just not true. I meet you most days, Magus, if I want to. If you're around. Sometimes you're not around, so I guess it's technically you're in control of how often we meet you. Dismember for path. Yeah. Both of them have ups and downs. Both of them have upsides and downsides. It can go either way because I have both of them in old frames, so we're not losing any value by playing Dismember. So that's nice, but Purge is interesting. That's always the white card that I'm excited to have in my sideboard in any context in which I can cast it, but I think that the repeals, the Mystic Repeals are taking the slot of the Celestial Purge, I think. Thoughts on getting Snorlax Blush Doyle? You should get it, 100%. Any chance of Warping Will? No, that card's terrible. And it's extremely hard for us to cast. Hey Torber, it's going great. Just 4-1 the first league with Reclaimer Amulet, making a couple of changes. I like the main deck a fair amount. I like the main a fair amount. I think this is what I'm going to try out for the second league. So mostly changes to the sideboard, not really any changes in the main deck. I like the main deck. Alright, folks, thank you so much for watching this this league. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Not doing too well this league, but round number 4 is here. I think I'm gonna ship that hand. Sounds a lot better. Send the temple. I think we're going for a Reclaimer on 1. We're gonna get to do something pretty tricky here next turn. Animity, thank you Keenan for the sub. Coming back for the 10th month. If you were a fruit, you'd be a fine apple. If you were a vegetable, you'd pull the plug. I'd pull the plug. Thank you, I guess. that's great, I guess. So with this Sirius on the stack, we're gonna sack Vestige, get we could get Flagstones. We could get Castle. Yeah, getting Castle's kinda neat here. The thing is I want to do something that allows me to cast Reclaimer. Maybe I could have gotten like not a forest, but maybe a duel. Because I guess that whatever I'm getting, I'm supposed to be sacking now, which makes things a little bit awkward. It's fine. How many Eldritch Mystics do I have? I don't know. Such sadness that my opponent had the Arbiter there. Reclaimers are big boys now. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna lose to a second Arbiter, I think. But I think that we have to YOLO here. How does this work? I'm gonna use the first Reclaimer. So, pay 2 to Arbiter. Activate one of these Reclaimers. Flagstones. Land. Mana. Sack. Temple Garden. Forest. Semi-growth chamber. Dude, lands? Who needs lands anyway? Who needs lands anyway, right? Am I right, chat? Vestige is gone, so we can get that. Probably just get Valakut and Stronghold. Red, white, haste. Can't lethal them this turn, unfortunately. I could activate and deal 2 more damage. I think that being able to play around this Arbiter is just going to be more valuable. My opponent says, yo, this deck I swear that's some wild stuff out of nowhere. I just honestly don't even know what to say. Gonna give them the ha ha ha. It's been cool. Alright. I am the taxes deck now. Yeah, exactly. Let me show you taxes, opponent. You want to know taxes? You want to know taxes? I know taxes. 2 amulets giveth, the 2 amulets taketh. Indeed. It's biblical. Was a cool play from my opponent there. Opponent ramps me here a little bit. Love to see it. I did feel like I needed a little bit of help. I did feel like I was not ramping hard enough. So it is definitely appreciated from my opponent that they get to, you know, ramp me here a little bit. Fun, fun, fun. On these cards. On these cards. On that one. On that one. On these ones. So, Bog goes. Shave a couple of packs. That calls out. One Amulet can go. Covenant of Souls. This was my Tron opponent. They were call it boring. Yeah, indeed. The boar. Just like a boar. So boring. What do you got here? Seems like a serviceable hand. Serviceable mid-rangey hand. Damping Sphere. Hope Reclaimer turns out to be the new default. Just bought into Amulet because you agree with Reclaimer was my favorite deck of all time. Excited to try out Reclaimer again. Yeah, it's definitely fun. It's really, really fun. It allows you to do some nonsensical stuff, but can't play the second Reclaimer. Sad. I think I'm gonna be spending the next turn just casting a Rex Sage to blow up the Aether Vial. Because I don't care about the Damping Sphere. And if I can have my opponent playing at sorcery speed, I think that's gonna be pretty solid. Boom. You should path me, opponent. Path me? Nice Snapping Spheres. Got a nice little Reclaimer activation here. The most surprising part is that they didn't have an area to go with the Ghost Quarter. Never happened to me before. Never has my opponent not had it before. Batterskull. Is this what I want to sack? No. I think it's just the T-West, which feels very weird to do, but... Like, I wish I could have sacked this, but unfortunately I don't think I can. We don't get extra mana because of the damp spheres. I think we're still in very good shape. Como de malo era el I de 2. No tengo por qué hacerlo. No hace nada, ¿no? Si mi oponente va a pasar todo el turno siguiente jugando un Batterskull. Está bárbaro. Me viene bien. Why do we need Double Strike? Because Double Strike allows me to attack through a Batterskull. Like, part of the reason why I don't care about doing this, like, I don't care about blowing up the explosives on 2 because the Damping Spheres are helping me out a lot, right? I have insane amounts of mana, my opponent is stuck, and they can only play one spell a turn. And if that spell is, like, if they're gonna spend their mana to use a Batterskull, like here they get a Mind Sensor, for example, which is good. Like, it's obviously it's very, very good here, compared to the other stuff that they could be doing. But like, they're at 12. They're gonna be champ blocking very soon, and that was their turn. Sure. Now we can just blow it up, right? And we play Amulet, we play Explosives, X equals 2. Yeah, we even get to play the Amulet for free. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna float mana, green, white, and float more mana. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pay 2 mana to play X equals 0 because we're playing the tax for the Damping Sphere, but like that's just correct. We want this to be an X equals 0, but we use green and white mana, so the explosive is still gonna be on 2, even with the Damping Sphere attacks. Load that up, and I just don't see how my opponent ever beats me. The old Thalia trick, yeah, exactly. See you for the last round.